What if I told you that one of the most celebrated moments in basketball history wasn't just about winning a championship, scoring points, or lifting a trophy? What if the moment that defined Kobe Bryant's legacy happened long before millions of fans began calling him a legend? For years, people have talked about Kobe's championships, his incredible work ethic, and his unforgettable performances. But hidden behind the highlights and championship banners is a truth that many fans never fully understood. A moment so powerful that it shaped not only Kobe Bryant's career but also the mentality that inspired an entire generation of athletes around the world. Today, we're uncovering the untold truth behind Kobe's legacy moment, and by the end of the story, you may see the Black Mamba in a completely different way. Welcome back to HoopNexis, the channel where we dive deep into the stories, legends, and hidden truths behind the biggest names in basketball. Today, we're exploring one of the most fascinating chapters in NBA history. Kobe Bryant's name is synonymous with greatness, but greatness wasn't handed to him. It was built through sacrifice, failure, criticism, and an obsession with improvement unlike anything the sport had ever seen. Let's uncover the untold truth behind the legacy moment that transformed Kobe Bryant from a talented player into a global icon. When most fans think of Kobe Bryant's legacy, they immediately remember the 5 NBA championships, the 81-point game, the countless buzzer beaters, and his emotional farewell performance where he scored 60 points in his final NBA game. Those moments are legendary, but they don't fully explain why Kobe became one of the most respected athletes in sports history. To understand the truth behind his legacy, we have to travel back to a moment that nearly broke him. In 1997, Kobe Bryant was only 18 years old. He was young, confident, and filled with dreams of becoming one of the greatest basketball players ever. The Los Angeles Lakers had high hopes for him, and fans were already excited about his potential. But during the Western Conference playoffs against the Utah Jazz, everything changed. The game was intense. The pressure was enormous. As overtime unfolded, Kobe found himself in position to help his team win. Instead, he missed a shot, then another, then another, then yet another, for airballs in one of the most important moments of the season. For many players, that kind of failure would have become a permanent scar. Critics mocked him. Analysts questioned whether he was ready for the NBA. Fans wondered if the Lakers had placed too much faith in a teenager. But something remarkable happened. While others saw embarrassment, Kobe saw opportunity. Instead of hiding from the moment, he embraced it. He later admitted that the experience taught him one of the most important lessons of his life. He realized that fear of failure was more dangerous than failure itself. That night became the foundation of what the world would eventually know as the Mamba Mentality. Most people believe Kobe's legacy was built on championships. The untold truth is that his legacy was actually built on failure. The missed shots against Utah became fuel for an obsession that would define every year of his career. After that playoff defeat, Kobe dedicated himself to becoming better than anyone else. Stories began emerging about his training habits. He would wake up before sunrise. He would spend hours studying opponents. He would practice moves repeatedly until perfection became second nature. Former teammates often described arriving at practice only to discover Kobe had already been working for hours. Some players thought the stories were exaggerated until they witnessed them firsthand. His commitment wasn't about impressing people. It was about mastering every detail of the game. As the years passed, Kobe transformed into one of the NBA's most feared competitors. Defenders knew he could score from anywhere. Coaches designed entire game plans around stopping him. Yet even when defenses focused entirely on him, Kobe continued finding ways to dominate. But the real reason his legacy became legendary wasn't because he won games. It was because he changed how people thought about excellence. Young athletes across the world began studying Kobe's mindset. They admired the discipline, the preparation, and the willingness to outwork everyone else. The phrase Mamba Mentality eventually became much more than a basketball slogan. It became a philosophy. The philosophy was simple but powerful. Never stop improving. Never fear failure. Never allow setbacks to define your future. These principles resonated far beyond sports. Entrepreneurs adopted them. Students embraced them. Professionals used them to overcome challenges in their careers. Kobe's influence expanded beyond basketball because his story represented something universal. Everyone experiences failure. Everyone faces obstacles. Everyone encounters moments when success seems impossible. Kobe showed people how to respond. Another key chapter in his legacy came after the departure of Shaquille O'Neal. Many critics believed Kobe could never win another championship without Shaq. The narrative was everywhere. Analysts claimed he couldn't lead a team on his own. For several years, those criticisms seemed justified. The Lakers struggled. Playoff disappointments mounted. Questions about Kobe's leadership grew louder. Yet once again, Kobe responded the only way he knew how, through relentless work. Eventually, his perseverance paid off. The Lakers returned to championship contention. Alongside players like Pau Gasol, Kobe led Los Angeles back to the NBA Finals. In 2009, he captured a championship and finally earned the Finals MVP award that many believed would define his legacy. 1 year later, he accomplished something even more meaningful. The Lakers faced the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. The rivalry was historic. The pressure was immense. Every possession felt like a battle. Game 7 became one of the toughest contests of Kobe's career. His shooting percentage wasn't impressive. He struggled offensively, yet he refused to quit. Instead of focusing solely on scoring, he fought for rebounds, played defense, and contributed in every possible way. The Lakers won. That victory represented something deeper than a championship. It symbolized resilience, proved that greatness isn't always about perfection. Sometimes greatness means finding a way to win even when things aren't going according to plan. This theme appeared repeatedly throughout Kobe's career. Whether he was playing through injuries, facing criticism, or dealing with setbacks, he consistently demonstrated resilience. One of the most iconic examples came in 2013.